That's driven deep down the left field line toward the stands. It's out of here. Pete Alonso wins it with a walk-off two-run homer in the bottom of the 10th, and the Mets yank it out 9-7.
What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. The New York Mets are officially on a win streak. I know it's only 2 games, but you know what? Pete Alonso is going yard and winning the ball game for the Mets against a really good New York Yankees team. Well, I guess they're not that great right now because most of their players are on the shelf right now. But Todd Frazier, who was on the Mets last year, he got traded from the Rangers back to the Mets this year. He goes 3 for 5 with the home run and 3 runs. So you got to tip your cap and give credit where credit is due. The Mets have been playing really good baseball, or maybe just the Yankees aren't that good right now. Let me know in the comment section down below. Was that a good Mets team or was that a bad Yankees team? We have Clayton Kershaw making Major League Baseball history. Luis Robert hit a home run so far that it broke the internet. People are still talking about it today. And then also we have some this day in MLB history that is pretty fun. But I think the first thing I want to show is the second walk-off from yesterday. Alec Boehm has been a godsend for the Philadelphia Phillies. They are now 13-5 with him on the team. And also you can't forget to mention Rhys Hoskins. Dude has been on a tear. 340 batting average with 6 home runs and 12 RBIs in his last 15 days, but here's the walk-off.
Pitch. With the bases loaded, he hits it high in the air to center field. Realmuto will tag. Robles is under it. It's not deep. Robles makes the catch. Realmuto's going home. Robles is thrown to the plate. Not in time! The Phillies win it on a sacrifice fly by the rookie Alex.
Nationals get swept by the Phillies. Trey Turner and Juan Soto, they had a great series, but unfortunately they do succumb to the Phillies, who are 9-1 in their last 10 games. Pay attention to that. We'll talk about why 9-1 is so important, but I think the defending World Series champions, I don't think that they are going to be able to make a playoff push. They have all of the pieces with Max Scherzer and the offense, but the bullpen has been very shaky, and without Steven Strasburg, I don't think you're really going to go far. So unfortunately, if you're a Nationals fan, I would just try and look forward to 2021, become healthy, and I think that's the #1 priority. But if you're looking at the Phillies, the fact that they're 9-1, someone spoke this into existence, a member of that same Philadelphia Phillies squad, and it was Bryce Harper.
You said it. I mean, we have, minimal games to play this year, and we have to be able to get out there and play our game, and we have to win. I mean, we have to go on a streak and win, 9 out of 10. It's just, it needs to happen, and that's tough. It's very tough in baseball to do that. But to get, where we need to be, it needs to happen.
Now, I have no idea what Bryce Harper does in his free time aside from play Fortnite and hang out with his wife and his kid. But if he took up stock trading, I think that he would be pretty good because he hit it right on the head. 9-1 in their last 10 games. Now, keeping with the Phillies and the Mets, because those are the first 2 teams that we've talked about today, they are going head-to-head in a series. The playoffs have come early. This, in my opinion, along with a lot of people on Twitter, this is a make or break series. Whoever wins, they're going to the playoffs. Whoever loses, the season's pretty much over, and I agree with that 100%. Clayton Kershaw dominated yesterday. He went 6 innings, did not allow any earned runs, and had 8 strikeouts, while the Dodgers offense did their job in a 5-1 victory. I do also have to note that Clayton Kershaw became the 3rd youngest player in Major League Baseball history to have 2,500 strikeouts. A lot of people have been saying that Clayton Kershaw's prime is over. I wouldn't tell that to Clayton Kershaw because the man has been great yet again. I'm hoping and praying to the baseball gods that whatever yips he has in the postseason, it doesn't happen again, because the Dodgers are 1,000,000% making the playoffs. And if Kershaw can kind of dial it back in terms of giving up a lot of home runs and revamp his clutchness, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I want for Christmas. I want Kershaw to be great in the playoffs as much as I want the Indians to make the World Series, because it does really suck watching Clayton absolutely just lose it when it matters most. So pray. Andrew Heaney looked like prime Clayton Kershaw yesterday. He actually outdueled Mike Clevinger when he was making his debut for the Padres. Heaney goes 7 innings, 0 earned runs, and 6 strikeouts, and both of the bullpens were fantastic yesterday. The only runs in that game came off Mike Clevinger. He gave up 2 runs in the first few innings of that game, but holding the Angels to 2 runs, that's actually a really solid performance. Just unfortunately, the Padres, they decided to have one bad day, and of course it came game in the debut of Mike Clevenger. But it's just really weird how Andrew Heaney and Dylan Bundy can have pretty good 2020s, yet the Angels are still 12 games below 500. Do you think that they can maybe make a comeback and push for the 8th spot in the American League? I don't think it's possible, but they have all the pieces. I mean, why not? The Astros are gaining ground, and they are gaining ground fast on the Oakland A's. They get a pretty easy 8-4 victory over the Rangers yesterday. Aledmus Diaz has a 3-run home run, and then Brantley stays hot with 3 more RBIs. Now, Tucker drives in his 30th RBI. I still can't believe that Kyle Tucker has been the machine that he has been so far, and he's been their savior because Springer, he was hit yesterday. We'll show that in just a second. Springer and Jose Altuve are both hitting below 225. You just can't have that if you want to make a World Series push. Now, fortunately for them, they're going to get better as the season progresses, maybe aside from Jose Altuve because he did leave that game with a right knee injury. The one injury that has really plagued Jose Altuve to begin his career are knee injuries, so you cannot have that happen. And then Springer was hit by Lance Lynn. Was this intentional or was it not? To me, it doesn't look so much, but anytime an Astros superstar is hit, you kind of have to ask yourself, ooh, was there some vengeance behind that or not? So let me know in the comment section down below. I'm actually super curious.
You'd love to get one in, but you're thinking damage if you're Teoscar Hernandez right now. And a fly ball to right field. Pretty well hit. Back and gone! Hernandez with an opposite field home run, and it is 5-2 Blue Jays.
3-1 to Gurriel.
Another surprise in 2020, Teoscar Hernandez. He saves the day yesterday for the Blue Jays. He hits a 3-run home run of his own. He's now up to 13 on the year, which is tied for first place with Jose Abreu and Fernando Tatis Jr. and Mike Trout. I mean, I cannot believe what he's doing. He's always had the pop, but now he's actually adding batting average to it as well. So the Blue Jays are now 7-3 in their last 10 games. They are tied for second place with the New York Yankees. Moving on to yet another American League team, we have the Chicago White Sox. Dylan Cease, completely nasty. He has a 99 fastball, he has a good slider, but he doesn't strike out a lot of guys, so it's kind of confusing. He throws a solid 5 innings as the White Sox erupt for 11 runs. Encarnacion hits a home run, Abreu drives in 3, Tim Anderson gets in on the action as well. But the 7th inning is when it really gets crazy. I am not going to say anything, I am just going to roll this clip again. Luis Robert broke the internet on this home run.
Here is Luis Robert. Well, this is where Luis wants to be. He's got a pitcher who's not hitting his spots.
Oh boy, there it is. Way out of here. Oh, staircase shot, bring him home. There's that hang.
That ball was hit 460 feet. You could have convinced me that it went 500. Honestly, sometimes I know StatCast is pretty accurate, but for whatever reason, human part of my brain just makes me want to think that that went further because I can't believe that was only 460. Now, one thing about the White Sox I do want to note is the fact that Moncada has kind of been in a slump, and he says that he has not been the same person ever since he got over, I'll put that in quotations because maybe he's not over it, COVID. We all know that he tested positive for it. He says that he feels sluggish and that he's out of energy. I don't know how long COVID can last inside the body, but I've heard days and I've also heard weeks. So we'll have to pay attention to that as the season progresses. Now, the final game from yesterday, for whatever reason, there wasn't too many games. A lot of teams had off days. So the final game is coming from Brian Reynolds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm telling you, dad power is a thing. So Brian Reynolds, he has a kid, and then he's been struggling all of 2020. All of a sudden, the kid comes into play and he erupts. He hits a 3-run home run as JT Brubaker throws 5 innings of 1 earned run ball. Every single Cubs pitcher that threw a baseball yesterday had an ERA over 5. So I know that's only considering half of their rotation and their bullpen. But the Cubs, I mean, good thing they added a few pieces at the deadline because that bullpen is very shaky. But I'm telling you, dad power, it's here and it's here to stay with Brian Reynolds and Mike Trout. Also, now that I think about it, didn't Garrett Cole just have a kid as well? Not Garrett Cole, his wife had a kid. So maybe Garrett Cole is going to get better as the season progresses. Maybe he starts throwing harder with dad power. I don't know. Thank you all so much for watching. That is going to do it for today's MLB recap, but do not go anywhere because we're not done just yet. We're going to go ahead and roll this day in MLB history, but thank you guys all so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Stay safe out there and enjoy the rest of the video.
And the ground ball is short. Velarde, he did it! He did it! No hitter for Jim Abbott. Jim Abbott throws a no-hitter. And that ball hit hard into right center field. Way back. They look up. You can put it on the board. Yes.
In there with a fastball. He's got to throw a strike. There it is, and there it goes. Way back it is. Gone. Another grand slam. Robin Ventura.
J.D. Martinez. Is it 4? It's gone. J.D. Martinez homers in 4 consecutive plate appearances at Dodger Stadium.